Welcome back. We are still in Pennsylvania, the antiques capital of America, Adamstown, and we went to two different antique malls today. We went to 272 Antiques and the Lancaster County Co-op. There's Rocco, being Rocco and running around. There's Pretzel trying to chase him. He's not fast enough. So this footage is going to be like a combination of both. They kind of got mixed together, and I don't remember what I saw where, so it's going to be a mix. Look at that boarding cow lamp. Pretty cool. This is the Fenton Kitties Drinking Milk Carnival glass. It is a cool one to see. I don't see it often. Some vintage Christmas in there, and those were the Dancing Santas. Two of them had some discoloration, otherwise I probably would have picked them up. This was a hand-blown vase. It has a Ponto mark, and I couldn't find any signature. And there was also some Fenton to the right of that I looked at. Another vintage Christmas Santa head made in Japan. They wanted $12 for it, and I didn't think there was enough wiggle room, though I did love him. I have a little regrets. I should have probably got him. All right, and there is some really good paperweights, $15 each. There was a butterfly, some controlled bubble ones, and then over here there was a couple more. So very fair prices, but I left them because I have so many right now. This is just impressive. Look at this vendor. He categorizes his Beanie Babies, and it's just a fun display to see. Over here, I thought these glasses might glow, but then I turned them over and it looked more modern. Another paperweight with some fish in it, and a couple more firework flower ones. And then I found a couple of swung glass vases, and I think they were right around $80, $100, right around there. That's a nice Ellie Smith there. And I don't know, they didn't excite me, so I left them. And they were right at retail. So this display was amazing. I love the black light in there, showing off the uranium glass. And then over here, this was fun. The monkeys, I grew up watching them when I was a kid, and it's a little puppet, and your finger goes to be each one of the band members. So pretty cool. I liked seeing that. Brought me back to my childhood. And this was the best thing I found. Look at this. They had Holt Howard Pixieware with their original boxes. Super cool. And there's some earring holders. This was a poodle. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. I don't usually pick those up, but I do like finding them. And then down over here, we found some Bakelite. There was some crib toys, some neck and ring holders. I didn't see any, yeah, there was like a horse pin, but I didn't see anything like major in the way of Bakelite jewelry while I was there. This vase intrigued me. It's almost like a stretch glass vase in a smoky blue color, has a pedestal base. I have no idea who makes it. I just liked it. And just checking out to see if there's any sale in here, but there wasn't. And then up here they had some old toys and a little bit of kids set kitchenware. Just a lot of little tchotchkes, little smoker ashtray down there. And over here was some old police memorabilia. And then here there was a ton of vintage Christmas. Like, look at how good those Rossboro hard candy containers are. They're like so good. And then in the back center were two amazing Murano Christmas trees. I think they were right around $80 each. Over here they had a little bit of ephemera in this case. I was looking at those paperweights, some angels, a little bit of vintage Christmas in there. Little Cupid doll. Super fun old little tchotchkes there. This case had amazing Fenton Topaz Opalescent, really pretty. I think the deals were pretty good. They were like right around $100 per item, give or take a little bit. And for me, that's fair for a collector. I can't do it as a reseller, but very fair for a collector. Cute little deer. And then up here I found this pixie, and he was as is because he had a broken wing, but I thought he was adorable. I wish he had his other wing. I probably would have gotten him. He's super cute. And then over here there was a little bit of teacups. I found this case was just full of some really cool vintage sterling silver. The prices were right at retail, so I couldn't really do anything, but fun to see and fun to show you. I really like that beetle back there. They had all kinds of different animals in this case. And then, of course, there's more vintage Christmas. Christmas is coming, so Christmas is on my mind. I'm starting to pick it up, so I'm super excited to be finding some. But I want to find like unusual Christmas. I want to find stuff that I don't see every day and have like one fantastic Christmas sale. So I'm just looking for those ones that stand out. There was a McCoy frog and the owl wall pocket there. Love seeing those. And there's a little bit of dragonware, and that vase caught my attention too. I'm not sure who the maker was, but it had a sticker and it was just a little too worn for me to read it. Some glassware up here. And over here in this booth, they had a lot of jewelry to go through, and I really appreciate that they bagged them up. It makes looking at them easier, and I don't feel like I'm gonna get stuck by a brooch pin or something. Really cool pieces. I have a lot of jewelry right now, so I'm being very selective over what I pick up. So I went through it, but I didn't see anything I needed to have. Look, another earring tree. This one's an owl. Super cute to find, and obviously you can use it for more than just earrings. You can repurpose those easily into like little displays, so fun to find. More jewelry over here. And I think those are some clip-on earrings back there, a couple necklaces, only a few brooches in this particular booth, and we all know we're looking for the brooches. Up here, there was more jewelry. They seem to be all earrings in that container. I think the sign said earrings. And then look at these little vintage knee hugger elves. I love finding knee huggers, but they were $22 and pretty common ones. There was some snowmen back here. And up here I found these cats. Like, who are these? I have no idea who makes them. I thought they were adorable. They've got little squeakers in the bottom, and the squeakers never work, but I just thought they were cute. But they were $48, and not knowing anything about them, they had the Japan sticker. I did leave them because I just don't know. And then this set of salt and pepper shakers looked angry. These ones have no idea what's going on. Look at that surprised face on the skunk. And the ladies are just content. I have been looking at these butterflies for years. Like, they have been at this store for like 3 years. I pick them up every time I go there, but they're $20. As much as I love them, there's no wiggle room. And this is a fantastic lemon bowl. Real pretty. I think a nice lemon cake would look beautiful in that plate. Pretzel is snoring in the background. My apologies. This is a cute little figurine. This is the Lefton May one, I believe, and not one I see very often. She was super cute, really good condition. I don't remember how much they had on her. And then, of course, more Santas. Little flocked Santas were just about everywhere, and I think they were only like $3 each. So this is a neodymium water lily pattern Fenton basket. It will change color in the light. It goes from purple to white, depending if it's in daylight or fluorescent light. Super cool to see that shift. And over here was just a case full of vintage Christmas, vintage holiday in general. There was some Easter in there. Cute little pixie elves with fuzzy hair. It was 30% off, and Rospo candy holder there. Super fun to look through. I always enjoy looking at this case when I am this is at the Co-op. Some fun little candy containers with Easter bunnies on it. And look at that little duck down there. So cute. Little pinecone men. Probably Germany if I had to guess. And some die cuts. Just really fun to go through. And over here there was more vintage Christmas and some Halloween and a little bit of carnival glass. This case, also at the Co-op, used to have a ton of swung glass vases in it. So I came around the corner and I expected to see a bunch of swung glass vases. But alas, there's only one. And I think it's the same vendor too. There's a genie bottle, one swung glass vases, and tons. Is that a Santa knee hugger? No, just a regular Santa. Tons and tons of Christmas, which I don't mind seeing. Look at that stippled carnival glass. That's a pretty cool piece. And again, they had some knee huggers, but right around $20. That's a beautiful Lotz vase there. I think they had it at around $300. It was gorgeous. I love the shape of it and the swirls. Again, that vase has been at the Co-op for a while as also. I have looked at it before. Pretzel, you are snoring like crazy, dude. He must be having a good dream over there. All right, over here there was a flower display, and I thought for sure it was gonna glow, but it didn't. So I don't know if it's just acrylic. Definitely not a lucite piece. I have to go wake him up. This container also interested me. And then I'm like, no, I'm not messing with it. It was glass. I thought it was going to be plastic, and it ended up being glass. Cute little dogs there. And then this vendor had their brooches separated, and I appreciate that. This one was all animals. So there was elephants, bears, and birds, and then the other containers had different themes to them, and I kind of like that they separated them for me. Cute little penguin there. I've had that elephant one right there before. Again, being super selective, so I just went through them kind of superficially to see if there's anything that I had to have or caught my attention. Don't forget, on Knickknacks tonight is the sterling silver sale as part of the jewelry raid train. I will be on at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And that's tonight, Wednesday, October 16th. Look at this Santa ornament. And I love finding Santa mercury glass bulbs. This one I think was right around $20-something. So not enough wiggle room for me, but super fun to find. And there was another one in the back, same price. So, and then I was like, oh no. Of course it like tipped over. It's okay. It didn't break or anything. It's still just fine. It just wiggled. And then it took me forever to fix this. But I have to do it on camera or it didn't happen. So there it is. All fixed. All on display nicely. Walk away. Walk away. Now this is the most amazing Halloween display. There's one other one in Springfield, Ohio that's just as good, but this one I think might even outdo it. Look at all these old jack-o'-lantern candy containers. Like, so fun to find those lanterns. They had Halloween noisemakers, candy holders, little owl cutouts. It was just fun to look at. Look at more noisemakers down here. I love this case. And if you love Halloween, I highly recommend you come here and check out this case. This is also at the Co-op. Look at that plate in the background. Just so super fun to see. There's those Murano trees again, by the way. It's the same case. Look at that cat down there. Look at him. I just had to take a second shot of this case for you guys. It's just amazing. And then here I found these little pixie elf heads. There's a new old stock package of 3. It reminds me of my friend Cody, Sly Fox Society. He makes little knee huggers out of them, so I will probably just send them to him so he can use them. They were only like $8, I believe. And then up here there was some lucite egg timer. And of course I had to check that out because it has a flower in it and it caught my attention. And it was $20, so I had to leave it behind, but I did like finding it. I bet that flower will glow under a black light. There's me checking it out. And I said, no, I can't do it. But really fun kitchen display in this booth. Lots of kitchen items. If that's your thing, you should see it. Oh, and there was the Fenton Jaguar carnival glass, but it looks like a rat to me. The camera's not picking up the rat figurine. There it is. On the top there, it looks like a rat, but they call it a cougar, so it is what it is. I call it a rat. I'm not the only one. And then over here there was some glassware, beautiful Fenton butterfly, and it was satin, but it must have been left in the light because it looks a little purple, and the manganese from the sun probably changed it a little color. And then there was a duck with some hand-painted flowers on it. There was some Viking down there, and this was a little lucite paperweight with some dried flowers in there. And look at this, a Heart Optic Fenton. It was $80. That is a very fair price for this. The Heart Optic is super hard to find. I don't come across it very often. It's just not enough wiggle room for me, but for a collector, great price. And then this bowl was signed, and I couldn't quite make it out. And I thought it was a beautiful splatter bowl. I just didn't know enough about it. And I was going quick because they were closing. This is over at 272, and they were closing. Little pilgrim glass turtle and a little Pekingese. I thought for sure it was going to be Artisan Urinkhanata, but it wasn't. And there's Rocco all tuckered out from shopping. He did not want to get out of bed. Look at him. He looks so comfy and cozy. He's like, Mom, I'm not moving. Not moving. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow, and we are still in Pennsylvania. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.